Hi there, this is Dhiru Munduluru and welcome to the third chapter. In this chapter, we will continue learning language basics. In the previous chapter, we studied about the core building blocks of a class like variables, methods and constructors. In this chapter, we will study about the core building blocks of a method like operators and control flow statements, which are useful in writing meaningful logic. So let's look at the agenda for this chapter. We begin the chapter by looking at operators. We will take an in-depth look at the different kinds of operators like arithmetic, comparison, logical, bitwise and bit shift. Operators are useful in performing different kinds of operations. For example, arithmetic operators can be used to perform arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and so on, which are very commonly used in any software application. Next, we will look at control flow statements, which as the name implies, control the flow of the program. And to do that, they make use of one or more conditions. And these conditions are usually based on operators like comparison and logical. For example, an if statement is a control flow statement, and it tests a condition. And if the condition is true, then it would execute a block of code. But if condition turns out to be false, then it may execute an alternative block of code. And that's how a software's business logic is built. So basically, control flow statements play a critical role in building up the business logic. Generally, when you look at the code of any complex software, you will notice control flow statements all over the place. So pretty much with every few lines of code, you will most likely encounter some kind of a control flow statement. We will take an in-depth look at the different control flow statements like the if statement, switch statement, for statement and while statement. We will also look at break and continue statements, which are sometimes used with some of the control flow statements. Finally, we will also look at an important topic called variable scope, which defines where in the program a particular variable can be used. So it is about the visibility or accessibility of variables. And we will also write some code and test most of the stuff we are going to learn in this chapter. So that's about the agenda. It looks like only 2 or 3 topics, but we are going to learn a lot of important stuff. So let's get started with the chapter and learn some really core stuff.